Peregrine 1 says she's from Germany. It's super late at night. On keto a week and has enough power now to search for a new job. I'm wondering why you're up so late, and if it has anything to do with, like, you know, sometimes for people in that first week or first month of keto are experience a little bit of insomnia. So I wonder if that's normal for you or not normal for you to be up that late.
So yeah, you guys, I want to hear your stories. Like, as we approach the holiday season, so the first thing here, obviously, coming up is Thanksgiving. And we've already had a few discussions about Thanksgiving between the two of us. We've had a little bit of pre-Thanksgiving family drama stress, kind of with just some stuff with your family, some stuff like last minute things not coming through with my family. So, you know, having to kind of shift and adapt and kind of change your plans, kind of go with the flow, right? And always, right? Well, and then add the fact that we live in the Midwest and the weather this year is bonkers. Like, yeah. We've had, when we were gone, we had, 2 snow incidents? We came home to piles of snow throughout the city. Yeah. So we don't know what's going to happen. One year we had a whole Thanksgiving planned. We generally drive about 3.5 hours. We go to Nebraska. We drive into Lincoln to spend it with his parents. And this year, Jeremy's divorced, and so we actually have 4 teenagers. Long story. We have 4 teenagers. They're all coming with us this year. But we had this happen one year, and boom, there's an ice storm.
Yeah, and we didn't make it. And
we were like, well, it would not be very safe to travel in an ice storm, so I guess we're going to do this at home. So, you know, there's the added stress of what's going to go on with the weather. And I know for me, in the past, I love baking and cooking. I grew up with great-grandma. My mom loved to bake and cook. We love to bake and cook together as a family, and that's kind of something that as human beings we have done through our whole existence. So how can we make it inclusive when we're on any special way of eating and we know our own triggers? And sometimes it comes down to, I know my own triggers, and I know that if I go off keto for a day, I won't go back on. Like, you just know yourself that well. Yeah. Like, you won't be back on till January. And that was our experience the first year we were on keto.
I've gotten a lot better about that, though.
But that's 3 years in. Yeah. This is our 3rd holiday eating this way. And each year we've done it differently. So this is what we're going to be diving deeper into with the members here next. So, and we also have, you know, last year we shot a video similar to this where we went over, like, all of the steps that you can take to deal with Thanksgiving, right? And I went through a whole process where basically up to the day we were going to Lincoln to have Thanksgiving meal with my parents, I hadn't decided whether I was or wasn't going to eat, you know, go off of keto. Yep. And ultimately I decided to go off keto and just enjoy the meal, and then, you know, immediately following that day, you know, around 6 p.m. that night, went into a 36 or 38 hour fast or something like that. So this year, different thought process. You know, probably not going to go off keto this year. So, and that's just different. It's a different year for me. It's a different season. It's not something I'm planning on, you know, having that cycle for the rest of my life where Thanksgiving is always the meal that I go off for. I just think, just take them as they come. So this year is probably not going to go off of keto for Thanksgiving. So you're going to be, I'm going to pick on you a little bit. So you're going to be at your parents' house, surrounded by, I mean, because I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not at my mom's house surrounded by all my favorite dishes, right? Yeah. So it's easier for me because I'm going to your Thanksgiving. But you are going to be at your parents' house, and your dad makes certain things, and your mom makes certain things that you love, right? And your mom has kind of like resurrected some of these old family recipes, right? Like your grandma's crescent rolls, and there's I just thought of something else. There's some things that she makes that are very, that cream puff dessert thing. And, like, there's some things that she makes that are very traditional.
Yeah.
And are things that you used to really look forward to when you, like, indulging in. But she's added on even more things since she's retired.
Yeah.
So what does that look? So what does that look like for you?
So I kind of realized that last year the most fun I have is pre-meal and post-meal. Pre-meal, it's like listening to my dad's stories. Maybe I've heard my dad's stories 100 times, but I still love to hear them. Like, it just reminds me of where I came from and who I am, and that my dad has experienced a lot, and that's really fun to hear again. And post-meal is when I get to show my mom I care by helping clean up. That's just, we do it together. We'll do dishes together. We'll clean everything up together. It's just nice. But the meal part, that comes and goes. Like, it's the moments before and after that I really enjoy the most. And so that's kind of why this year I decided that I don't really think it's necessary to go off of keto to have those same experiences. So why do it?